complain too much about the fishing game. Merry Christmas, folks. We got the Christmas service at church and then opening some presents. Oh, you guys are going to the Christmas Eve service, are you? What is this? Oh, that's viewer attack. Okay, no, I don't want to delete that. Okay, let me get that. Let me get that that YouTube chat up here. And then finally, before we really get started, before we really get this party rolling, we're going to post the link onto Twitter. Bro, I was 15 when I talked about it. Now that I'm older, I realize, why was I such a bitch? 15? Wait, what are we talking about here? How long ago was this? Because somebody was asking about the Pulse Carbine, like, literally a couple weeks ago? So I hope that I'm not confusing you with somebody else. Playing some crazy Halo mods for Christmas Eve. Come join. There we go. Okay, and now YouTube. This is the most tedious part. I need to set up. I had for Streamlabs this whole setup where it would like automatically tweet. I need to do that for here. Copy, paste, and then Twitch, because you guys are special, Twitch folk. Taking a break from Halo Wars, I see, says Mazarique. Yes. I'm going to be dipping my toes into a bit of Quake 4, which I've never played before. So this is going to be very interesting, to say the least. I hope it's good. So this is going to be very interesting. I assume the Halo mod's going to be super high quality, and it's interesting. There is a bit of a Halo connection just outside of it being, you know, a Halo mod, in that it's going to be using a very similar type of shadow system to what Halo 2 was supposed to use. Hey, Late Night, have you seen the Destiny raid in Halo Infinite Forge by Madman Epic? Madman Epic has been updating me on it in the Late Night Gaming members Discord. I did see that he's finished it, though, for the most part. So we're probably going to have to do that, I'm thinking, for New Year's. Wouldn't that be cool? There's a Doom 3 Halo mod. Is there? I didn't know that. Woodgrump. Hey, Woodgrump is on a 10 stream streak. That's awesome, man. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You've seen that little notification pop up and you clicked every time. Have you ever played Quake 4 before? I have never played Quake 4 before, so this is also going to be fresh to me. Okay, let me know how the audio is. That's some intense main menu music. What if you do a video on Halo clans? A video on Halo clans is something I've been rolling around in my brain. Back in, like, I want to say 2015, 2016, I interviewed somebody who was part of a Halo clan. I can't remember, though, if he was an elite clan or if he was, like, UNSC. But I learned quite a bit about Halo clan wars from that. And there's a lot more that could be done to support the clan community, at least in my opinion. Yo, Halo Wars, I'm thinking we might do... I don't know when Brett is going to be free next. But, you know, I remember the cringe Halo invitations I get. I remember the cringe Halo invitations, and now I miss them a lot because I never get them anymore. I would prefer that those invitations exist than not exist. And whenever I open up the MCC server browser and I see clan stuff going on, I'm happy. I'm happy about it. I'm happy to see it going. I will not be cynical about that stuff anymore, because once upon a time that stuff was just part of the larger player base, and I feel like now you don't see it anymore. Do you ever watch a streamer long enough that eventually you get this creeping feeling on certain days that they'll stream? That's like a new form of parasocial relationship where you just psychically know when a streamer's gonna go live. Probs Friday for Brahid. Yeah, that's probably what we're gonna be doing, is on Friday. That's a lot of fun playing Halo Wars with him. It's a bit of a learning experience playing co-op, because the thing I did not tell Brahid is that I am halfway through the campaign on Legendary on my Steam Deck. Because the definitive edition of Halo Wars is a Steam game, and it's Steam verified, and it plays very comfortably on the Steam Deck, and I'm about halfway through the campaign on Legendary. But playing it Legendary co-op is a completely different experience. It's tough. How are you guys doing, though? As much as I love StarCraft, I am not very good at the game and instead just use cheat codes to make it fun. Well, cheat codes make anything fun. I'm not good at StarCraft either. In fact, I'm not very good at like RTS games in general because I'm trying to detach the mouse from the game so that I can click over. My mouse is like stuck in Quake 4 right now. What? Maybe I can just. Maybe we could just do that. Boop. Okay. No. My mouse is still trapped in Quake 4. Okay, I guess we're not doing anything in regards to that. Everything's fine. I was thinking maybe I should change the name of the YouTube stream. But Fish! Hey, Jay Mosey. Welcome, buddy. I am somewhat decent at Age of Empires because my friends got me into 4, and it's easy once you get the momentum and training armies, building resources and stuff. What stumps me is I get caught, like, I just want to build stuff. I want to, like, I'm like, yeah, I've got like my little town square. I'm like, there's the farmers. Where do you think I should send them to mine? Is he okay? Okay, he's okay. Oh, our Shih Tzu just had a reverse sneeze. He's okay, though. Brahid? Yeah, Brahid. You will listen to the Fracture Strogg menu, and you will get it stuck in your head for months. It's very good. Control-Alt-Delete to break free from id tech. Is that what you do to break free from id tech? The thing about clans is that generally Sangheili ones are more complicated than the UNSC. Is that true? Merry early Christmas, LNG, says Gary the Neutral, and I say Merry Christmas to you. Here we go. Oh boy. We're gonna do normal, because I've never played Quake 4 before. We cannot stand that our universe stands alone. At the quantum level prior to observation collapsing. Quake? Is this Quake? Oh, wait. No, this is... I see lots of talk of fracturing and stuff. So is this a custom load screen? Yeah, it's Quake. How long is this loading screen going to go for? The game is having a fit? Is it? How does it look now? I'm looking at the... Can you guys see this game? Uh-oh. The screen is 60% smaller than it should be. Okay, cool. Hang on. Hang on. Let me see. It's looking... Oh, I see. Yeah, something weird's going on. Okay. Very odd. Okay. How is it now? Yeah, it's Quake. Good old Quake. The aspect ratio is off. Oh my god, it just did it. Again, I just looked... Is this what Quake is like? Is this Quake 4? Task Manager. Where'd it go? There it is. Hang on. Okay, you know what? This cannot continue. There's got to be a way to fix this. Okay. I'm like fogging up my glasses because I'm starting to perspirate around my eyes as I look around. Full screen? Maybe no? Okay, quit current game. Exit. Wow, what did Quake do to my computer? Did you see that? Run the game in windowed mode. Yeah, that's what we're going to do right now. That was freaking nuts. I don't think I've ever had a game make my computer just completely flip out like that. Why do I... Okay. There's two desktops. Well, you know what? I'm sure getting rid of one will be okay. Nice wallpaper screen. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's yeah. I like it. That's a good render, right? Okay, let's open it up in windowed mode. Yeah, Quake is a bit wonky on PC. Is it? I haven't noticed. No. Quake? Quake 4? Here we go. That is a more poppy title, methinks. Merry Xmas, Hmon. Oh, Hmon's in here. That's nice. Merry Christmas and Happy Pozole. It pales in comparison to what the Dark Messiah does to one's computer. It sets your keyboard layout to French. Your keyboard layout? What does that mean? Does somebody, like, break into my house? And... Oh, no. I loaded up the mod wrong. Everything's going wrong. Ah! Stop it. I had loaded up every time that I open or close the game, it goes completely nuts. Okay. That's right. I loaded up from here. Now it should boot up correctly. Or it just doesn't boot up in windowed mode. That's cool too. I'm okay with that. Not the setting that I clicked, but you know. Okay, I see the game. It looks unbelievably small, so it may start freaking out again. I beat my first Mega Man game today, Mega Man 0. I tried looking it up, and it says to input, if your Quake 4 Fracture mod isn't working, it's likely due to the old netcode Windows 11 conflicts, wrong installation, or needing specific launch parameters. I think it's fine. What the big problem is right here is that it will not launch in windowed mode. I set it in windowed mode, but as you can see, this is not windowed mode. Cam border, no. Okay. There we go. Let's just hope it works. Oh, Andrew Brown has been a member for half a year. Favorite iteration of Transformers. Andrew Brown, love you, man. Happy to see that you're in here. My favorite iteration of Transformers, it's always flip-flopping between Generation 1 and Beast Wars. Beast Wars, though, I think will always win out in the end, but I see that window, guys. It's shrinking again, isn't it? And like vanishing and flickering around and stuff. Okay. What I also like is Transformers Armada. No, not Transformers Armada. No. What I like is the Transformers Animated. That's the one that I really like. I even the Michael Bay Transformers movies, like they're not good really, but outside of the first one, I will say that the first one is all right. Let's see. Let's see if there's a thing about Nothing about how to boot up Quake 4 in windowed mode. Is it windowed right now? No, it's not windowed right now. I have a soft spot in my heart for the Bayformer movies, even though they're mostly not good outside of the first one. And that's mostly because of the amount of work that went into trying to take such silly-looking characters and make them look as if they could actually exist in real life. And as ridiculous as they look, and, you know, kind of like over-designed, some of them even getting away from the classic silhouettes, it was done in the hopes that they would look extremely lifelike. And plausibly realistic, you know? And I think that they achieved that. Because outside of, you know, like the future Bay movies, especially the fourth and fifth one, which the robot designs are just like not very good. I think outside of those ones, I think that they mostly achieved their goals. Like, they look fantastic. Michael Bay Transformers arguably have the best CGI in cinema. I wouldn't say they have the best CGI in cinema because they this is like nerdy shit that no one cares about, okay? There are moments in the first Transformers movie that are like, okay, I can see that we've advanced quite a lot. There's some moments where the Autobots are like stomping around Shia LaBeouf's yard, and they don't look properly a part of the scene, you know? Especially, I think it was Bumblebee's foot, where Bumblebee's foot, like the color of the grass was not bouncing up to his foot, and it kind of made him look almost photoshopped in. Wait, open the console, type R. Okay, that's what I do. Gotcha. Okay. All right, guys, bear with me for a second. The screen is probably about to get glitchy, but then I will do that. Okay. This is nuts. Like, I'm not going to be too mad at the game, okay? I'm not going to be, oh, fuck Quake 4. Because I'm sure that they did not anticipate stuff like this. Other, where is the console? Where is console command? Rocket railgun. The railgun's in here? Oh my god, I can't wait to play this game that I have open. Game options. No, it's not in here either. My favorite version of Transformers are Marvel UK and IDW 2005, as well as the Cybertron games. The Cybertron games are good, like really, really good. Thank you for the $5, by the way. Yeah, they're very good. They sold so many tickets. What's going on? Wait, what am I missing? What are we, which Modern Warfare game is more akin to your liking? The originals, for sure. The Vince Zampella ones. Well, the two Vince Zampella ones. How do you bring up Control-Alt? Tilde? Okay. There it is. Okay. And then what was that command? One more time. It was R full screen 0. Nothing. Nothing's happening. Merry Christmas, Tall. What are we playing? We are playing the Quake 4 Halo conversion mod. Oh, just you guys wait till we actually get it working. Right config auto exec. So it saves. Okay, so Control Alt tilde key. So I've got to all right, hit Alt Enter. Okay, so without it, Alt Enter. It works. It worked very suddenly. But it worked. All right. Let me squeeze some of these together so that I can. Okay, now there is a new issue, which is desktop is. Oh my God! It's working, I think. Can you guys see that? Yeah, let me smush it around on the screen so you guys can see it. But I think we are in business, fellas. Okay. Oh, hell yes. Okay. Hang on, let me bring up the YouTube chat again. Oh, guys, we are so good. Okay. Okay. Hell yes. Okay, we're good to go. Yeah, that Strogg definitely is responsible for this. Oh my God, it's working. Oh God, we are so good. Okay. All right, fellas. Here we go. You ready? Normal. Start game. Okay. Have you read or listened to the new Halo book? If so, what do you think of it? We've maybe listened to about half of it, and so far it is excellent. It is so good. Kelly Gay is very quickly becoming the new Eric Nyland. Her attention to detail with just, like, it's really hard to explain. She describes things in the book, and it's very obvious that her description is so good because she is using the video game as a reference point. Like, she talks about landmarks, she talks about little details in, like, weaponry or characters, and it's very obvious that it's because she is looking at the character models or the environments. And apparently her other book that took place in Halo Infinite's, you know, around the time of Halo Infinite, apparently also has that really strong attention to detail as well. Yeah, Kelly Gay is probably the best Halo writer at the moment. Like, I really hope she keeps getting work. Her Didact book was amazing. It was amazing. And even if you're not, like, a fan of the Reclaimer saga, it felt the passion that was coming up from the pages, it felt like the perfect love letter and send-off to that era of Halo and its lore, and wrapping up the Didact story. And this, so far, feels like a very good, organic epilogue to the story of Halo Infinite. And it's clearly setting up the next game, which is cool, too. Merry Christmas to you and Rebby. I'll need to check out her book real soon. Also, I know a Halo-related mod I'd love to see tonight. Yeah, we could actually boot that up because I got it installed. Yeah, you know what, guys? We're gonna play Smash Bros. Later with Master Chief in it. So I hope you guys are ready for that. I wonder in deep though how Halo authors write novels. Are they given a set of papers to follow, or can they follow their own path? From what I understand, they are basically given, like, we want the novel to be about this. Here are some of the things we want you to hit. Oh. Oh. What the Fall of Earth? That was his Halo 2 armor. Did the Covenant destroy Earth in this? Sorry, I just got completely derailed. Yeah, this is Halo Wars music. Okay, hang on.
Warning, incoming attack.
Let me know, by the way, about the audio levels.
Haul ass or die. Go, go, go! We're clear!
Is this how Quake 4 starts? Oh my god, that's Halo music. Oops, I got an ad before he answered the question. No, don't worry, I got sidetracked because we saw Master Chief dead.
Some ride, eh, buddy? Who's the new guy?
Matthew Kane, one certified badass.
A man like Kane could get us killed.
Shut the hell up, Strauss.
Gentlemen, good news in the war against the Strogg. A lone Marine battled through enemy lines and killed the Strogg's leader, the Macron. He's also disabled the Strogg planetary defense guns, so it's a ground pounder's war from here on out.
This is nuts. Is this how Quake 4 opens? Like, how much of this is original content? Could you imagine if Halo 2 actually looked like that? If they were able to use the technology that they wanted. Okay, so it is a reskin. So this is ultimately what Quake 4 is, minus all the Halo stuff. To be honest, I'm kind of tired of Kelly Gay and Troy Denning writing. They're great writers, but man, I want new writing style. Kelly Gay's only she's only written a couple of Halo books. She's very new. And she's not just new, the variety of books she's written. She has a very wide palette that she writes with. All of her books feel very different from the last. Hell, I'd say I want Kelly Gay to be writing, like, for the games. Well, okay, you know what? Maybe that's a little bit too far. Because writing a book and writing for a video game are two very different things.
Well, shit. You're not dead. Lucky for you, Lieutenant Ross is in a hurry to move out. Rhodes wanted to bury you.
Turn off anti-aliasing for higher frame rates. You got it. You got it, Buster. Force ambient light. Enable detailed sky. Anti-aliasing. Oh man, okay. Yeah, let's turn that off. Because this is old school. Damn it. Okay. This is like old school.
The LT left orders that
What the hell?
everyone's supposed
No. Okay, hang on. I did something bad and I made the graphics bad. This is old school anti-aliasing. So basically it's running the game at a higher internal resolution.
Just go through those doors. You run into me.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, and it does not look... it runs very poorly the higher the anti-aliasing settings.
There, he's stabilized for the moment.
HQ, come in.
You're Kane, right?
This is right
My
on.
name's Anderson. Here, let me heal
Turn
you.
off ambient light.
Get hurt, find a medic. They'll heal you up.
Ah, ambient lighting was for bad PCs. Got it. I thought I saw ambient light. I was like, oh, that must be more graphics. Can I... No, okay, that's punch. How do you zoom? I assume Z? Or can you not zoom with the pistol? I gotta... This is a new game. This is a new game. I gotta get the Halo. I see that fucking Magnum, and I'm like, zoom. Kelly Gay has been writing for Halo since 2017. She's been writing for Halo since 2017, but the amount of work she's done, I think you can probably count on one hand, you know? Oh, crap! What is that? Do I have a laser gun? What is this? This looks a hell of a lot like Doom 3. Which, I mean, I guess it is... This is id Tech, right? Turn on multi-core, though, so the game can use multiple CPU cores. Got it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This will have to happen, though, next time I boot up this game. Edge of Dawn was my second Halo audiobook that I've ever listened to besides the Rubicon Protocol, and I find it quite easy for someone to narrate to me instead of rereading the same page like I always do to myself. Oh yeah, I have a friend recently who said, like, sometimes I lose focus and I have to reread the same page. And I know what you mean. It's annoying, but it's unfortunately, like, it's an us issue. That's just, you stop doing that as you read more. Use console, vid, restart? Okay. I think I'll be okay like this, to be honest, because I don't actually want the frame rate to get too high. Or the stream is going to start lagging for everybody, unfortunately. And right now, this is a new experience for me, playing this game. So I don't want to overwhelm myself a little bit too much. Marvel UK had a tie-in to the Transformers 1986 movie called Target. 2006, Galvatron goes back in time to kill Unicron and introduces the Wreckers. That's cool. That's cool. So Galvatron becomes like a character along... Oh my god. Galvatron becomes a player in, like, Generation 1, basically. Or, you know what I mean, like, pre-movie? Wait, is this burst? No, it's not burst. Okay. Okay, what's the reload key? Is it not R? Okay, it is R. It was just a... I guess I have to hold down R. Just set 60 FPS in the settings. .fps. Oh, well, I like... I'm not gonna start opening up text documents, you know, trying to get the game optimal. Like, it's running now and everything's fine. I feel like I've wasted enough time already trying to get the game to show up on stream. Yes, I'm also live on Twitch, fellas. If you guys want to go do some fishing in my pond, see if you can get some cool Halo stuff out of there, come on over to Twitch. We're cool over here on Twitch. I'm dual streaming. That BR looks rough, though. Not gonna lie. I don't think it's trying to be one-to-one BR. I think it's supposed to look like a Quake 4-ified battle rifle. Like, it's deliberately a different art style. What was that? Did you see that? Hey LNG, sorry if I'm repeating my question earlier. Oh no, don't ever apologize about repeating a question, okay? Because if I didn't see it, is that a hunter? No, okay. I saw some green stuff, like those things, and I thought that was maybe like a hunter for a second. Oh, Rebecca's gifting subs to 420, 416, Swarin 99. Photos printed, Brian Jones 23, and Buzz Mjolnir. Welcome to the channel, fellas. Welcome to our little close-knit community. Oh, and Woods Grump. Yeah, Rebecca is the legend. Yeah, don't ever apologize for asking questions, guys. Like, it's okay. If I didn't see your question, please make sure that I do see it. Strogg moment. Quick save is F5, thank you. How can we download this? It's called Fractures. It's called Fractures Strogg. That's what it's called. Oh my god, that's a hype train going on, isn't that? Up at the top of the screen. 3 minutes, 43 seconds. Nice. Hell yeah. Wait, does that mean Rebecca is just giving money to ya in the same house? LOL? No, we had some gifted subs to give out. We had some that we could give away. What are we supposed to do here? Okay, E, I assume, is the universal interact key, right? Do I have to find a keypad? Here. Tab, right? Find Anderson, Rhino Squad's corpsman, bring him back to the wounded Marine near Sergeant Miller. Survivor of Rhino Squad have made their way into the Strogg Fortress ahead. Hurry up and join them. Okay. Is it Halo MCC Steam Workshop? This is not on the Steam Workshop. This is not an MCC mod, believe it or not. Gosh, I wish I was listening. Do we just go back the way we come, maybe? Or the way we came?
We were dropped in the wrong
Yeah, okay.
zone. There's
Okay, I gotta go get the medic. Thank you. Doom 3 X Halo says beans. You're close. This is actually Quake 4, but it from what I understand runs on a lot of the same Doom 3 technology. So you're not wrong. Yeah, and it looks nice, right? Could you imagine if Halo 2 actually was able to have stencil shadows like Doom 3? Would have been freaking awesome. I thought this was Doom 3 at first. No, it's Quake 4. Quake 4 is another good looking one. Like, these shadows don't look super realistic, you know? That shadows are not uniformly sharp like this. But it's one of those things where the style is just so cool looking. Oh my god, it's a skirmisher! Holy shit. That was cool. Don't play it safe. Go ape shit. Also, the Magnum has a charge attack. It does? Gotcha. Okay. That's fun, and it makes the Halo overcharge sound. What is this? Oh. I should play through Doom 3. Only got a couple of levels in back during release. Doom 3 is a lot of fun to replay if you're replaying the original version and you're replaying it not in widescreen mode. Like keep that 4:3 aspect ratio. And if you want to go a little bit further, see if you can do 720p or lower. And keep that darkness low. Then you get like a really, it's, listen, I know it's crazy. I know, like, you know, we're in this world where it's like, okay, now you take the field of view slider and you pump it up to 175. Then you take that brightness slider, turn it all the way up, motion blur off, graphics off. Now the game's playable. But in a game like Doom 3, deliberately obscuring your vision a little bit creates a lot of tension, and it adds to the gameplay experience, I think. Okay, we got the medic. Let's get him back. Hopefully we don't get sneak attack. Ah! Can you lean? Oh my god, it's another skirmisher. I really like that, the wings on. You earned a hype chest? Yeah, 100% keep it to classic. I only play Halo CE and 2 in classic. It's part of the era. Sounds heavenly. Some people need that wide FOV because of motion sickness. Don't get me wrong, okay? Listen, if you actually do suffer from genuine motion sickness, then please, by all means. But if you feel like you are somebody who can stomach it, / are not affected by it, give it a try. You'll be surprised at what it adds to the game. Because especially in a game built around tension and horror, maximum visibility kills tension. But it's tough. Which Halo campaign is this? This is Strogg, Quake 4's Halo campaign. Okay. Yeah,
Don't
there's
worry,
the medic.
You'll be fine. Here.
Yeah, you were absolutely correct, Foxy.
gave him a med pack.
You know, it's interesting. Halo 2 Anniversary is an instance where I do think that there are some parts of Halo 2 Anniversary that look genuinely stronger than the original Bungie Halo 2. Like, there's more atmosphere. But then there are other areas where it feels like they just, like, maybe not the artists, just sort of like a side effect of, you know, more realistic lighting and what it does to an environment. But there are some areas of Halo 2 Anniversary where it's just like, nope, this is not what this is supposed to be like. And it's for the music in general. I don't think any of the Halo 2 Anniversary music really surpasses the original. Somebody fished Lord Hood. Hell yeah. Who is this guy? He's cool. I can't hear him. I can't hear a word he's saying, but damn, he's cool. There are areas where some of the models look a bit outdated in Halo 2, particularly the lighting in Miranda/Chief model textures. Yeah, Miranda Keys is rough looking. She's not like terrible looking by any means, but that dress uniform where they get, you know, their medals, that looks pretty bad. I feel like once she gets that like commander jumpsuit with the cargo pockets and stuff, that's where it looks a little bit better. But yeah, at the start of the game, none of the characters look flattering. We going this way? Hurry up and join them. Okay. Yeah, okay. We'll go this way. I'm one of those weird people who prefer classic Halo 2 Day Anniversary. I don't think that makes you weird. I think that you just prefer the original game. I don't think anybody I hate the idea that like video games have to be like technology where new game is an objective upgrade over old game. And the same goes for remasters. Like, well, it's a remaster. It's the new one. Obviously, it's better than the original. I don't like that. I don't like that line of thinking. And it annoys me whenever gamers do that. Like, why would you play the original graphics? They're old. What is this music? You hear this? I'm not gonna get copyright struck, am I? And how is the audio? Can you guys hear me okay? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yes! Do you plan on playing Infinite Warfare campaign streams? Maybe on Twitch. Because I don't want to spam too much stuff. Bruh, I followed you for a while on YouTube, and this is the first stream I've caught of yours. Your takes are hella based, LOL. Wow, beans and crackers. That is awesome to hear. I've heard a lot of people say things about my takes. You're the first to ever say they're based. So I appreciate it, man. Welcome to the stream. What do you mean? Older cars often are better than newer cars. Well, no. Like, I get what you mean. But I'm talking more in reference to, like, art, you know? Like, the same people that will say video games are an art form will then immediately, before taking a breath, say you should play the remaster. It's the newer version of the game, so it's better, you know? Why would you play the old game? And it's like, because like, it's about the art, man. And I think I'm more of like an art video game purist a little bit, like probably a little bit obnoxious to an extent. You could maybe say that I'm a bit of a I'm a bit of a radical in this, but in some cases, I'm also like, if you're going to be taking the original game and like, all right, here's this original classic game, here's how you run it on your PC, and then to make it playable, here's the widescreen mod, here's the FOV mod that expands it to 170, here's the frame rate mod that bumps it all the way up, and here's the mod that turns off that annoying graphics effect from the... I'm like, no, like, if you want to play it, play the original. Play the original version of the game. You're fucking around with it. But that's the radical part of me. So I will never, like, get mad at people if they disagree with that take of mine. Like, listen, as long as we're all playing on the original graphics. This song is going crazy. Dude, trying to config all my settings in COD and Battlefield is so fatiguing. Oh my god, yeah. Shit. I wish that there was some kind of okay, it's just restarting the level. I wish that there was some way that we could, like, quickly transplant, like, a system that would identify things like walk, forward, backwards, you know, left, sprint, fire weapon, switch to secondary. Like, it could identify all of those keys and automatically bind the buttons. You know, like, you outside of any game, it's like just a generic list of commands that most video games have. Like, you know, forward, backward, switch weapons, throw grenade, like, all of that stuff. And when you boot up a game, it can say, would you like to transplant configurations, you know, or keybinds, and you can just click that, and you'd be golden. And then, you know, whichever ones are not compatible, you can adjust those yourself. Damn, 8 ads is crazy. Is it set to 8 ads? You rant on graphics reminds me of a vid I watched earlier on Fallout 3's Green Filter. Turns out the devs' intentions are sometimes good. Yeah, like, developers are not stupid, you know? They're not like, oh, we don't know how to make video games. That's why the game was designed this way. Like, no, like, they do stuff intentionally. And if stuff kind of sucks, it's not because, well, the game's outdated. It's like, no, it probably also sucked at that time, too. There were folks in the Alan Wake subreddit that were driving me crazy because they were like, yeah, Alan Wake 1 is like, it's, you know, it's a really good game and stuff, but, like, gameplay's a little bit dated, you know, because you have to just shoot a bunch of guys. And I'm like, I remember when Alan Wake 1 came out. It was repetitive. That wasn't because, well, you know, every video game released in 2011 was repetitive as shit. Like, no, that was a complaint about Alan Wake 1 back then. Like, it has nothing to do with how old the game was. Snobby New Vegas fans wish they had the green filter. Oh, well, hang on. Let's not trash on New Vegas, okay? New Vegas is great. This is insane, by the way. Like, I know I'm ranting and babbling incoherently sometimes, but I do see what's going on around me. And it's nuts. Especially the music. So this game does not have a meme feature, does it? There's gotta be something with that cannon, right? Let me just hop back. This is also Quake. This is crazy. Isn't Quake, like... Was this game controversial, by any chance? I don't know a lot about the history of the Quake franchise. No, I don't see anything about that. I thought, like, we'd have to blow it up or something. What I do know about Quake is that this plays very differently from a traditional Quake game. You may have some sort of color blindness, my friend. Me? Me? No, I'm not colorblind, I don't think. My dad is colorblind, but I am not. Thankfully. I actually take quite a bit of pride in how sharp I am when it comes to colors. I know 9 Inch Nails collaborated with the devs for the first game and composed the soundtrack. For this game? 9 Inch Nails? The game to Quake players of the time was... This game to Quake players of the time was that this was basically Halo 4. Oh, this was like the well, what is this, 2005? Oh boy. This game was a little bit before Call of Duty. So this wasn't the Call of Duty-ification of Quake. This was probably closer to the Halo-ification of Quake. By the way, that was a brute back there. Did you see that? First game? Okay, first game. I got confused for a second. I thought you meant they collaborated with them for the first game, and then they returned to do this one.
Rhino Squad, eh?
So what are we gonna do?
I really want that shotgun he's got. I hope he dies soon.
So a demolitions team can work safely. Unfortunately,
they made this with consoles in mind? Oh my god. Yeah, this was Halo-ified. That's what happened here. Same thing with Doom 3. How they, Half-Life was popular, Halo was popular, and for Doom 3 they were like, oh hell yes, he didn't even need to die. Oh man, you guys see this? I'm sorry I said I hope this guy dies. Cybernetic monkey. People complained that it felt more like a Doom 3 expansion than a proper 4.10 in the Quake series. I don't think I could say that it feels like a Doom 3 expansion because it's such a different combat experience from Doom 3, as well as like atmosphere. But I can definitely understand the complaints about like the technology feeling extremely similar. You know, if you're like, oh my god, Quake 3, here it comes, and it feels more like a game that was built off of Doom 3, you know? I mean, even down to the fact that the enemies, like, evaporate after you kill them. It's the only BR counter I couldn't read it on a majority of levels. For which one? Which one are we talking about? Oh, is TechPod maybe colorblind? Is that what we're talking about? Maybe. If you can't read the ammo counter, is it Halo 2? Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, Beans and Crackers is already getting... Beans and Crackers, if you press exclamation mark fish, if you type that in the chat, there is a pond that I've set up, and I've hidden like over 100 Halo items in it, as well as some Pokemon items and stuff. And you have a chance at catching them, and you get money that you can like save up, and currently in another person's pond. I'm trying to become a millionaire, but that shotgun model looking mean. It is looking very mean. It's cool. Come on, fella, get us up there. Did you even play the original Quake 4? I did not. This is my first time with Quake 4, as well as this mod. Does this mod do a lot of... It's not just like a reskin, there are also changes made. Hell yes. Okay. I was gonna say, damn, when's it gonna go down? Oh, you're colorblind? Okay. The Tech Marines repair your armor? Gotcha. So, do I get, like, turned into a monster? Because isn't that, like, the thing Quake 4 is most known for? It has, like, that insane intro where you get turned into an alien?
Damn. Door's locked and it's our only way through.
Where's the tech one? It's not the engineer, right? Like, it is a guy, a tech person.
That window's reinforced glass. It'd take a lot more than our weapons to break it. Hey, Kane, you're the scout.
What is your most
Why don't you see if
wanted
there's
game
another way
next
into that
year?
section?
Well, the Combat Evolved remake. I don't know. There's not a lot. Like Gears of War, E-Day, maybe.
This won't take long.
I don't know, to be honest. Yeah, you get Stroggified. Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, that's all I know about Quake 4 is the famously violent intro to the game where you get turned into a cyborg monster in first person. So they're like taking off your limbs and stuff. And I mean, you know, it looks like this, so it's a little bit tamer, I guess, by, you know, today's standards. Because everybody kind of looks like dollies. I feel like for this mod, they should have done a Covenant plasma pistol, right? Because this thing feels more like a Covenant plasma pistol. Oh boy. Oh, guys, ladders. Okay, what kind of ladder do you think this game uses? Do you think it's the classic ladders where you just float upwards? Hell yeah. Freaking God, I miss these ladders. I love that just kind of across the video game industry, everybody did their ladders like that, where you just float upwards. How do we feel about Campaign Evolved using AI? It is what it is. I can only hope that the AI is being used to assist the creatives and accelerate their work rather than take authorship of their work. I've seen Rebs Gaming's video. And if it becomes very obvious, you know, to where there's a lot of stuff that's very stupid and not very Halo-y because it's, you know, generative AI, then hopefully there is enough backlash that they realize they need a hell of a lot more human scrutiny when it comes to the art assets. The only true way to have ladders in games? Yeah. Okay. That's how we're blowing it open. Okay.
It worked. Good job, Kane.
So many other games have been using AI, like Baldur's Gate 3 and Expedition 33. Wasn't
Thanks, Morris.
Baldur's
Viper
Gate
SWAT out.
3, though, in development for a lot
We gotta
longer
move
than,
fast.
like, generative AI has been publicly available? I could be mistaken, but yeah, Expedition 33 used generative AI, and they did the thing that all the game companies do, where they say, oops, that was a placeholder. That was a temporary thing that was supposed to be replaced. We will remove it with the correct texture. And then they got some texture artists to very quickly create some newspaper stuff. Yeah, I saw that. That was... They didn't need to lie. Well, just because they use AI, it doesn't mean it's generative AI. Well, I think it would be generative AI that they'd be using, right? Like, when we talk about AI, we are talking about generative AI. The AI training is unconfirmed, but heavily rumored to be trained off of artists' work at the company, past and present. And one tool we know is generative fill from Adobe, which scrapes their own cloud. That's shitty. That's okay. So if it's going to be generating content based on past and present work, like on the Halo series, it's gonna spit out a fucking mess. Because Halo has looked so different throughout the ages. You're gonna make something that's just gonna become this, like, this ugly soup of the different Halo aesthetics that satisfies nobody, you know? I hope not. Normal Doom 3 and Quake 4 disable view model self-shadowing. Do they? This game has view model self-shadowing, or this mod, so I assume that that's been re-enabled. It looks great. Rebecca gifted a tier 1 sub to Pooping Pills. Oh, hell yes. Oh, hell yes. Hell heed, even. Be like Bungie and steal art the old-fashioned way. Hey, now, I know we're making jokes, but I feel very bad for that situation, because I don't think that was a situation of Bungie stealing artwork. I think that was a symptom of a very disorganized and messy development cycle, where stuff that is used as inspo somehow makes it into the game. Where's Pooping Pills? I don't see him in the chat. I think a lot of it is just different AI tools that people are making a bigger deal out of that aren't generative, but some of it is, from what I've read. Yes, some of it sounded like... Some of it sounded like it was going to remove the tedium of the art process. You know, because there is some stuff where it genuinely is slowing people down because you're wasting resources on stuff that requires you to generate a lot of stuff, or, you know, make a lot of stuff. Oh, man, but, you know, I've heard this interesting take about art direction recently that totally made me rethink everything. So, for generative AI art,
so much trouble. Look at the number of
generative AI art assisting with the artistic process, there was this take, I can't remember where I read it, but there are some video game artists, you know, concept artists, where what they argue is that starting from zero is very important for art direction. Because what starts happening is it's like, all right, we got to make some concept art. We're going to do a Halo ring, okay? Well, what you do is you start to research, like, okay, well, what would a sky look like? And then you look into the science of why the sky is blue. You look into the science of how clouds are formed, how atmospheres are formed, what elevation, you know, different layers of the atmosphere are formed at. Then, you know, like, well, how thick is the Halo ring, you know, and you begin to learn and understand how the real world works, and you put that into your concept art. And it begins early with, like, little doodles and stuff, but as you learn more, your concept art begins to evolve. And if you just went over to generative AI and you were like, make me a Halo ring, that exploration process that adds an extra layer to the game's art, it's gone. You've bypassed it. The exploration process. So in some cases, like there are stories from some concept artists where what basically happens is management will approach the art team with generative AI stuff, and they'll say, make it look like this. And it's generative AI. It doesn't really understand how the real world assembles land masses or structures, you know, or how architecture works. So they have to basically start with the completed image that doesn't make sense anyways, and work their way backwards to make that design make sense, you know? And so it actually slows things down and makes things a little bit harder to flesh out the world. And that's a story that I've heard about generative AI, and it's changed a lot about how it can be used to like accelerate stuff, you know?
Morris, this is Viper.
Chikorita W.
We made a successful
where's
sweep of the area.
Where's Chikorita?
Giving all clear to the demo team.
Oh, you fished Chikorita?
King, this is Morris. The demolition
I lurk here too, says Monty Ricard.
Yes, I am.
Now, Halo 3 used no generative AI, so it is a true game of the year. That is true.
Still alive and kicking, eh, Kane? I'm beginning to see how you made it off that space station.
Wait a minute. This is the
Worst case scenario, I think Microsoft will mandate or push AI for the devs against their will. You know, hopefully there's enough of a push back against that kind of stuff.
Get going.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Try and keep the Strogg off me. These charges I'm carrying don't react well to getting hit by
Black
weapons
Ops
fire.
7. Yeah,
And
Black
just
Ops
so you
7
know,
definitely
these
is
puppies go
something
off.
that I
They're
think
gonna
about
take
a
out
lot.
You, me, and half this mountain.
Oh yeah, and the another thing about like the Black Ops 7 stuff that I've heard recently is a take that I've heard about how things like Black Ops 7, you know, happen. You know, or from Black Ops 6, the Santa Claus that had 6 fingers, the zombie Santa Claus. So it'll basically be like you've got okay, well, Quake 4 just crashed, so I guess that might be the end of Quake. That was cool what I played. It's a shame it closed itself. But you know what that just means? That means it's time for us to play as the Master Chief in Smash Bros. Hang on, let me see if I can find where I put him. He is somewhere in here. Where did I put Smash Bros. Master Chief? Oh, Rebecca's not feeling well. Can hear her coughing. AI doesn't like our conversation. I think generative AI just shut down Quake 4. AI should only be used for the most tedious, boring, repetitive shit. I agree. But the thing that I've heard about Black Ops 7 is you've got, like, UI folk. And the UI folk, what they do is it's sort of like this misplaced hope that it'll speed things up, but actually what ends up happening is you get Black Ops 7 situations. Oh my god, Nated Gang is in here. We got crossover. Hello, Nated Gang. How you doing, little buddy? Good to see you. Big fan. I'm a big fan of your work, Nated Gang, to say the least. But let's keep things rolling. So we are right now going to punch Pikachu as the Master Chief. Rebecca was quick on the draw. Did you see that? Are you guys ready to punch some Pikachus? Hopefully there isn't copyrighted music in this. How stream friendly is this? Monty, is this stream friendly, this mod? I don't hear the game, but I can see that it's very strange. What is Rebecca's favorite Super Smash Bros. Character? Yeah, Kirby. Does the Pope wear a hat? Of course it's Kirby. Is this like Super Smash Flash? What is Super Smash Flash? Wait, I can hear stuff. Never mind. I can hear the game. I don't know about Super Smash Flash. But okay. Okay, got the controller going. And it's not working. Because I probably did not bind the buttons. Controllers. Standard controller. Configure. Yeah, everything's good now. Okay.
Yeah, Brett just said that he's crashing out right now.
He's crashing out right now?
Messaging a lot of people.
Gotcha, okay. Thank you for catching him, babe. I love you. He got in somehow. Okay, it's not working still, the controller. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm messing with right now. I'm instantly curious about this TLOL. Oh, he's that LateNightGaming guy. He's an odd fella. He's very strange, to say the least, but I don't think he can hurt anyone right now. Oh man, I gotta redo everything, don't I? Cross, circle. Yeah, I gotta redo everything. Okay. Okay. Wait. These are... no, not keyboard and mouse. Xbox One controller. There we go. Button S. Button E? What is this? Okay, hopefully everything turns out alright. Map and calibrate. Dead zone, we'll put that at maybe like 10%, methinks, because that's usually where I think it's all right with these kind of things. Okay. There we go. That's all good. Starts punching and walking forward. Okay, L. It's going to be... there we go. Alright. And I think we are good. Oh, wait. D-pad. Wait. Okay, I think I've got everything set. And I'm sure Monty is right now, like, screaming and ripping out his hair because I've done something wrong. And he's like, no, no, late night. It's like Walter White in the car right now. Last platform fighting game I played was Brawlhalla. Isn't that a Ubisoft game? Okay. Training mode. Because I need to Why are the sticks inverted? What is going on? Why are these sticks registering as inverted? Save? Okay. Yeah, why? Okay, my stick is inverted. Or, from right to left, I should say. I don't think that's inverted. Left? What is this music? What is this? What is this music? Okay, Monty, there's something that I would love. Okay. There's something that I would really love, personally. I would love a version of this Halo mod that just is Master Chief in Smash Bros. Brawl. Like, without all the extra characters. Okay, you know what? We're not going to worry about the thumbstick then. This is a fan-made track for Shadow the Hedgehog. Is it now? Incinerator and Charizard. Okay. Here, look at this. Look at this, guys. Oops. So we've got a couple of different colors. Some of them you may notice what they are referencing. But look what we've also got. 117. It's sort of like a this reminds me of the it's sort of like a hybrid of colors because he's got the orange visor from Halo 4. And the color of green almost looks like an amalgamation of the different Master Chief colors. But then we've also got black. We've got, you know, I'm not going to say it, okay? But if you know what that is, you know what that is. And then, of course, we got the Halo 4 Chief. And then all the colors are of different Halo 5 characters. Isn't that cool? And then we've got a Master Chief, Samus Aran color scheme, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, yeah, we got the Halo 1 Chief, which is very cool. And then, hang on, let me show you. Monty showed this a while ago. If you go over to, where is Samus? Okay. Samus has... Where is she? Oh my god, there it was for a second. Hang on. Cortana. You can make Samus look like Cortana. So that's very cool, right? Alright. Hell yeah, I caught a pelican. Alright, who are we going to fight? I'm thinking the CPU is going to be... I think I'm going to beat the snot out of Sonic. Okay, miss 101,000 gold, save some fish for the rest of us. Fight Shadow? Okay, I could fight. Yeah, Shadow's in here. I forgot. Okay, we'll see if he's truly the ultimate life form. Oh hell yeah! Look at all these Shadow outfits. Hang on, where's the? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna fight Shadow with sunglasses. Okay. All right, you ready? And then let's do battle. Let's do a cyber duel on High Charity. Okay. You first. Shit, that's how you hang on. That is, I forgot. D-pad is the D-pad is how you do taunts. Shit. Okay, let me see if I can fix whatever's wrong with this controller. Why it's inverted? Yeah, I click left, and for some reason it's like, okay, you got it. We'll go right, and that's not at all what I want, and I don't know why it's doing that. And it has never done that. Here, let's see this. Maybe this fixes it. Okay, that fixed it. It's still not registering the inputs correctly, but I basically I did a very big brain thing, and I just mapped left to right and right to left. Shadow has a gun he can't lose. Well, I have a gun too. Okay. Oh boy, hang on. That's right, Smash Bros. Controls. So here's something that's cool that Monty was telling me about his Master Chief. So this was a big collaborative project between a bunch of different people. So what they did was they took inspiration from Halo 5's enhanced movement stuff. So you can see jetpack is how they rationalize the double jump. The like thruster packs on the armor. There is a grappling hook. Here, let me see. How do I ground pound? How do I ground pound? Hang on. Okay, let me learn the controls. Okay, A is punch. That's right. Okay, so look, ground pound. Isn't that cool? Shadow, those shoes are kind of buns, not gonna lie. Yeah, they're not Shadow's best. Look, the running attack is the fucking slide from Halo 5. Boom! Crap, I gotta reload. How do I reload? There we go. Now, there's a way that I can take out a sniper. There we go. That's how I did it. It's down with the right thumbstick. And then the upper attack is taking out dual plasma rifles. And you can do like a quick turnaround. Oh my god. Ah! Okay, hang on. The CPU is doing fuck all. Don't worry, it's because I'm training right now. So Shadow's being very polite. Come here, you little... But you can see pretty much every move here is a reference to something Halo related. And it's pretty cool, right? A and B at the same time to reload. Got it, okay. A and B at the same time. Gotcha, okay. Damn, you can charge... I didn't know you could do that. You can charge up a super. Okay. Come here, you. Whoa, how'd I do that? I took out a battle rifle for a second. Wait, can I charge up that? Yes, I can. Okay, that's cool. Also, tap B without holding for the Magnum. It's not working. Stop sprinting, please. There we go. Okay, let me... How do I... There's this cool move where you can also just deploy a... Okay, so... I should probably clarify something right now. I am very disoriented playing this because I am playing using an Xbox Hyperkin PlayStation 5 style controller for Smash Bros. Which is emulating, I think, GameCube controls. So everything, like my brain feels like it's being stretched between 5 different dimensions at the moment. That's why I'm struggling to do basic movements in this game. And why I'm also goofing off in the training mode. So I can kind of get my bearings. The dual plasma rifles gives me Marvel vs. Capcom. It does, doesn't it? Yeah, you're right. There is a way, though, that you can throw down a gravity lift from Halo 3, and I forgot how you do it. You can also throw, like, a freaking fusion coil.
Time to put an end to this.
Let me see how I do it. Was it... No, it wasn't up A. Maybe... There we go. Okay. Now let's see if we can detonate it. Ah! Okay. That's how you do it. Okay, and then... There we go! That's how you throw down the gravity lift! Yeah, isn't this cool? Okay. Only thing that's a little clunky is getting him out of his assault rifle mode. Because when you start firing in the assault rifle mode, he sometimes just really likes to stay in it. And then it's kind of... There we go. Okay. I think we're gonna go fight for real now. Yeah, purple Cortana peak. Yeah, I know. I noticed that. It's not the stupid blue Cortana. Here, to make things fun and thematic, we will make it Halo 4 Master... No, he should be Halo 5 Master Chief because of the enhanced mobility, right? There we go. Okay, we're done with training. We are going to punch Sonic the Hedgehog now. Okay, how do I get a CPU in here? What is that? What is it? What's that dog? You see that little dog on the screen? I was like, like the music started playing, and I was like, what next? Yeah, you can send silly little guys on the screen. Uh-oh. Oh, I guess we're just gonna be fighting Diddy Kong. Yeah, we can do this. Oh, you little monkey. Come here. Come here. Like the Master Chief chasing a monkey around. A preschool drawing. Oh my god. Oh, I don't have to blow up the stars. That's right. You just collect them. Hell yeah. We need Chief versus Solid Snake. Thank you for the donation, Andrew. And that's actually an idea that I wish I had before, because that's a good idea. Why did my message fail to send? Did your message fail to send? Let's go Poo Poo! Yeah, Poo Poo is Poo Poo is now running. So here's a couple of funny ideas, okay? I thought it would be a lot of fun if I gave you guys the ability to basically throw on different Halo power-ups. So you could throw on, if you wanted, overshields. Like via some kind of like donation thing or whatever. And then you have the ability to just apply overshields to my screen. And we'll do the whole boop, you know? We'll put the HUD effect on or whatever, and it's like some rule for the length of the overshield as it ticks down. I've got to play like, I'm so roided up. Oh no. It's like, who are you? I'm you, but younger. Oh boy. This AI knows how to play Master Chief better than I do. Hang on. Oh my god, okay. I see him. Oh my god. Whew. In my mind, I had this grand idea. I'm like, all right, we're going to put that fusion coil down, and then we're going to snipe it. And all that ended up happening was I put the fusion coil down and then stared at him. Because I forgot which button made me snipe. Yeah, see... Monty, if you're still here somewhere, I haven't seen one of your messages in a while, friend. The AI just killed each other. I would love if there was a way to basically isolate Master Chief from this like bigger mod and just have a version of Smash Bros. Brawl without any of the characters unlocked, like from zero, but Master Chief's in there. Because I love Smash Bros. Brawl. And I like unlocking the different characters, you know, and just doing the different challenges and stuff. And I would have loved to not have the extra characters that I don't recognize. I don't mean to be like, yes, can I have this specifically? Yep, still here. Pro strats? Okay. Fight Cortana next? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll fight Cortana. We'll make Samus Cortana, and then we'll beat the snot out of Cortana. I don't know. That doesn't sound right, saying that, you know? Okay. Hang on. It is... No, that's how I throw that. Man. What was gravity lift again? Not that. Was it? No. I can't remember what the gravity lift button was. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. These ones are so easy. Come on. Oh my god. Where is it? Where's the last one? No! Damn it. Up B? Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Yo, you just MA. I'm just an MA? I was plugging it in my phone and smashing my screen and ignore my last message. Okay. Yo, you just ma. Oh, God. What the hell is this? Hell yes. That's a pretty cool end screen. What are your thoughts on Splitgate Arena? A little bit off topic. I played a match of Splitgate Arena, the relaunch of Splitgate. Much better. Much better. Probably much closer also to what the fans were hoping for. I wish that was the direction that they took to begin with. And that was sort of the feedback I gave them, but they were very insistent on their vision, so I was like, all right. I mean, hey, I'm happy we're here now, though, you know? Yeah, Splitgate Arena seems fun. I need some time to properly, like, sink my teeth into it, and I'm busy a little bit right now, but I'm definitely going to be checking it out. Up a B. Yeah. Got to do that next. The big bummer would definitely be reworking him into a Brawl character instead of Project M balancing. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Is that the guy from Toy Story? Who's the villain from Toy Story? Oh my god, this is, Banjo-Kazooie. This music must surely be copyright, right? We'll continue to talk through this as loud as we can. Man, this stream is gonna be cooked, isn't it? The bots are gonna come for me, the YouTube bots. Boom! How long until someone adds a Helldiver? That's an idea. That's an idea. A Helldiver? Oh my god. Could you imagine all the cool moves he could do with a Helldiver? Dude, all of those stratagems and weapons at your disposal. That's Deathborn. He's Captain Falcon's nemesis. He looks like the dude from, Toy Story, the evil guy. Yeah, what was I talking about? You just ma.
Versus Team Joker. Ready, go!
Oh my god, Pac-Man level. Okay. Okay. Oh, I can't phase through those solid ones, can I? Boom! Gotcha. Watch. Master Chief with bunny ears. Oh no! He got it first. Okay. Dude, I gotta hook up a Wiimote. I'm one of the psychos that likes playing Smash Bros. With a single Wiimote. Turned sideways. A bit off topic. Oh, wait, I already read that.
Versus Zero. Ready, go!
Trying to think of other Halo characters that would be good in Smash. Ah, no! Oh, I won. I won anyways. Okay. Jerome? Well, okay. Jerome is just Master Chief. Come on, man. Come on, Twitch people. You guys are clever. Let's think a little bit more creatively than just, like, what about the other Green Spartan? We could make... What would a grunt be like in Smash Bros? What about Atriox? Yeah, let's reload that assault rifle. Okay. Stop it! Get out of the assault rifle mode! Okay. A hunter would be good in Smash. A hunter would be fun in Smash, actually. That would actually be a shit. Oh my god, a hunter could... You know how, like, some of the Smash characters, like the Ice Climbers, are multiple guys? That would be cool if the hunter was two of them. Like you're controlling a pair. Oops. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, good, 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 good. Oh my god, are we finally going to get all the targets? Smash Bros. Didn't have wall jumping, did it? I'm misremembering, aren't I? Come on. Oh no, that wasn't it. That wasn't the last one. Damn it. Okay. Johnson in the mech suit. Johnson in the mech suit would go really hard. Like, really, really hard. The one from Halo Wars, right? I wasn't expecting to see a Helldivers Killzone Battle Pass on Xbox. This is so weird. Is it also available on Xbox? That's cool. Chief doesn't have the steel chair. Oh, dude, okay, so... For those of you who don't know what he's referencing, there is a page from the one of the Halo comics, and Jerome, I lost track of which Master Chief I was. Jerome, he beats, was it Flood? He beat Flood over the head with a he beat a Flood form over the head with a steel chair, like wrestling style. You know, WWE style. And it's that panel is sort of a meme. Come on. Pop up. Okay. Yeah, that could be fun. I feel like the obvious answer is Arbiter as well. A Prophet? A Prophet could be fun. Like a guy in a floating chair. That might, though, have to be like an assist trophy, I'm thinking. Like a Prophet. I feel like that's a little bit ridiculous, right? Oh, God. Oh, no! Okay. Fuck you, Master Hand. Oh, no. That was my bad. Here comes the finale. A Prophet Prelate. Well, a Prophet Prelate, the problem with that is you are referencing something that nobody in the Halo community knows. That's the issue with the Prophet Prelates, is they're a little bit too obscure. That's like Glub Shido, you know, for Halo. Like, a hunter is cool. Everyone knows what a hunter is. And prelates are cool, don't get me wrong, okay? I'm thinking, oh my god, I did it again. Okay. This is not going well. Halo fans can't read. What's going on? Halo fans can read. They just choose not to. They choose to read angry comments online. This is terrible. This is awful. That was my worst game yet. You say that, but you can play as a Prophet in Halo Wars 1. You can play as a Prophet, but Oh, you mean like as far as a Prophet may be a little bit too silly. Well, Halo Wars 1 is very different from Smash Bros. Like, could you imagine a Prophet, like, bouncing around in his freaking chair? Like, having a fight with Donkey Kong and Mario? Okay. Ah! This is bad. Master Chief doesn't have a lot of, like, sustainable aerial attacks, does he? Like, you can't just sort of, like, hover there, you know, doing lots of kicking. Yeah, he's more of, like, a ranged fighter, isn't he? Or at least that's the vibe I get from him. Stop it! Let me get my bearings, man. Christ. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. He's almost dead. Yes! Okay. Did you see the Madman Epics Destiny raid he made in Infinite's Forge? I did see that he finished it. So we are going to most certainly have to play it. Maybe I can get a bunch of Halo content creators together and we can do the raid together. Well, the Prophet species are athletic. The motherfuckers in the trilogy are old douchers. Well, no. Aren't they... They were described in the book as before the firing of the rings, the Prophet species were like beautiful, but the ones in the book, or like the ones post firing of the Halo rings, they're like super inbred. Because they more or less have kind of transformed their species into like a nutso, like they're almost endangered, aren't they? The Prophet species? Because of just how much inbreeding they've done. What remix of Halo is this? Or what cover? Oh my God, I'm gonna get all these guys. Watch this. No. They're okay. There's maybe all of them was a little bit ambitious, but I surely will get at least half of them. Okay, I am trying to get as many of them as I can. I will be happy if I get at least 1/3. Oh my God, there's so many. What the hell? What the hell? This is madness. Why the fuck are there so many? Okay. Okay. You know what? I'm happy with that. Might finally dive deep into the Prophets after 20 years. Are they? Honestly, I've never cared much for the Prophets beyond the mainline story. So, all the back lore I've heard, they've always been depicted as well-trained and highly dangerous. No, they're very, prior to the Halo rings firing, they were described as, which is like a bit of, you know, irony, because they're disgusting worm creatures. Before the firing of the Halo ring, they were described as like almost universally attractive to most sentient species in the galaxy. Like just something about them was almost universally attractive. And they were, because of that, they were very manipulative. Which, you know, is funny because, you know, you look at like the Prophet of Truth and you're like, that guy? And so you're supposed to get the feeling that the prophets of the modern day are pretty fallen, you know, from where they used to be. This was a custom remix. It's very good. It's very, very good. I wasn't looking at my TV and I threw a napalm orbital on an evac point. I killed my whole team. Is that Batman in the middle? What the fuck? Is that Batman? Hang on. No, not me. No, sir. I'm not going to be sick. Versus. Fight. Master Chief. Who is that? That guy does look like Batman. Wait, hang on. Was one of the colors just straight up a Batman reference? That's a Batman reference, right? Like that's supposed to be Batman right there, right? Oh, that's cool. The N64 Ganondorf. Oh, and Ganon as well. That's cool. You know what? It's going to be Kirby and I versus... How do I make Kirby on my team? You know what? We'll just make it a free-for-all. That'll be a little bit more entertaining, methinks. Okay. Okay, Cortana, CPU, and then who else should we throw in there? We'll do Metal Sonic, because Metal Sonic is very cool. I think I just saw a Chaos-looking one for a second. Okay. Frigate Husk. Let's see, are there any other Halo ones? You know what? We'll do Dreamland. All right, here we go. I don't know what's going on. There's just so many people. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hang on. Damn it! I almost got up. There we go. Bring 40k to Smash Bros. Oh my god, could you imagine some of the shit in 40k in Smash Brothers? That'll be ridiculous, man. I will forever pick Kirby every time I jump into Smash Bros. Well, Kirby's like the best one. Even I knew that. As somebody who... Damn it. Okay, I thought I could save myself. As somebody who usually autistically picked Sonic every single time, even I, like, understood that I was at a severe disadvantage compared to, like, Kirby. And there's a lot of people that say Smash Bros. Is rigged by Sakurai because he's the creator of Kirby. So, of course, he makes Kirby, like, the best fighter. And then, like, Subspace Emissary. Isn't Kirby the one who kind of, like, saves the day? Okay, I'm starting to get the hang of the movement and stuff. Oh my god, I have to move so fast. Oh, crap. Did Kirby just turn into Master Chief Kirby? Okay, one of the players is defeated. Okay, we've killed Cortana. Now we gotta beat the shit out of Kirby. Oh my god, Kirby just killed me. Yo, they should make a Kirby movie. Dude, I'd freaking love for them to make a Kirby movie. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't think Nintendo truly understands, like, the gold mine that they have built Nintendo on top of when it comes to the Kirby IP. Like, dude, the girlies freaking love Sanrio, San X, Rillakkuma, Hello Kitty, My Melody, like, all of those characters. Like, Kirby is a game franchise about characters. If they wanted to milk the hell out of Kirby, they could, and they're not for some reason. Cortana's dead again? Okay, that was pretty fun. Okay, that is Super Smash Rex. And I feel like an asshole earlier for saying, could we just, like, play maybe without all the extra stuff? Because, no, the extra stuff is cool. The extra stuff is cool. I just feel, like, I don't know who these guys are. I'm overwhelmed. Okay, we're done with Smash Bros. Rex for now. So you know what that means, fellers? That means it's time for, Gordon Ramsay's stash of favorite Halo games. The Master Chief Collection. Kirby is one of the most underrated franchises, no doubt. Yeah, there's a lot they could do with Kirby. You remember that Kirby anime? Kirby Right Back at You? Thanks for playing, by the way, dude. Dude, of course, Monty, it is freaking amazing to play as Master Chief in Smash. And if you're going to be doing any stuff with any other Halo characters, hit me up. And I could edit together a badass trailer for you guys. Okay, campaigns. Let's check out some of the campaigns that I got downloaded. So, Better with Friends, I thought was a purely... I thought that Better with Friends was going to be like a purely... Hang on. I didn't realize that I had some menus left over. Hang on. I very quickly got a little bit tired of the main menu resetting over and over again every time that I flipped between different things. There we go. Peace. Take a vitamin C stim, LNG. Yeah, I could use a vitamin C stim, couldn't I? Is that in relation to the cough? So we're currently in like the middle of cleaning up an older dog left, my sister-in-law's dog, and she sheds a lot, like a lot. And she also unfortunately sundowns at night, which is sad. But she also spreads her hair as she wanders around at night. You know, and it's that time of the winter where dogs start shedding. And man, there's hair everywhere. And I can't... So Rebecca is sick with a genuine cough. And I also have a cough. But I can't tell if it's just because I was just doing a lot of vacuuming and dusting and cleaning. Yeah, but... Okay, we got a ton of mods. Ton of mods to pick from. Which one should we do? We got some Halo 1 mods. We got some Halo 3 mods. We got some yeah, we've even got some cool... You know what? We're going to start with the Halo 4 mod. Okay, you guys need to see this. There's a new campaign mod on Workshop called Keys. I've got Keys. Here, let me quickly lock the frame rate so that the stream doesn't crash. Because unfortunately, my poor PC, which will be upgraded soon, hopefully. Okay, guys. So, do you guys know what PBR materials are? basically, PBR materials are, you know, without getting too much into the specifics, because even I don't quite understand all of it, PBR materials are a more physically accurate representation of how lighting affects an object. Whereas before, on like the Xbox 360 and stuff, it was a lot of like, basically the limit to how you could differentiate materials was like, how wet should the surface be? You want it to be super dry or super wet and shiny? And that was basically it. PBR materials allow you to simulate the way that like rubber would interact with lighting, the way like cardboard would interact with lighting. And that's why, you know, starting with the Xbox One generation, we started seeing games lose that think of like Gears of War on the Xbox 360 and how everything was just kind of wet and shiny in that game versus, you know, something like more modern games. Think Battlefield 1 and stuff. That's what the big difference was. It was like PBR. Uh-oh, I see the frame rate. Okay. So basically what this mod has done, it took Halo 2 Anniversary Multiplayer, which Halo 2 Anniversary Multiplayer runs on the Halo 4 game engine. But more interestingly, it's a version of the Halo 4 engine that supports PBR materials. And somebody in the modding community was like, I wonder. And he backported it into Halo 4, which meant, you know, usually when you look at like graphics mods for video games, nothing's actually been like enhanced, you know? Everything is the exact same. It's all the existing technology. All you can do is make shadows maybe a little bit sharper, maybe a couple more shadows. Maybe you can make, you know, add some lens flares or something. Like, you can't actually upgrade the technology that powers the game's graphics. But in this case, Halo modders have retroactively upgraded the graphics of Halo 4 because they were able to bring over PBR materials from Halo 2 Anniversary Multiplayer back to Halo 4. How's the stream going, guys? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Okay. Here, we will close down some things. Don't worry, this is unfortunately the PC is being stretched thin. Oh my god, the screen is insisting upon itself. Is that what it's doing? Colorado Kicks, welcome, friend. So many games. Yeah, so many games, right? For the Kirby series, I think my favorite Kirby game is still Nightmare in Dreamland. But if I was... Oh my god, what is going on? Do you see that? Hang on, which screen is that? Is it this? Let's get rid of you. Okay, everything should be golden now. Yeah, everything's good. Okay, now let's check the frame rate and let's see that everything is good. Okay, yeah, it's looking much better. Yeah, so this is a mod that is very rough around the edges. Extremely rough around the edges, actually. But it is Halo 4 with PBR materials. So you can see, like, the elites and stuff, the elites, the grunts, they're all using Halo 4 character animations, but they look a lot better than Halo 4. And it's because, you know, the materials look a lot more realistic. Yeah, and that's what PBR materials are. Favorite Kirby game for me is definitely 64, the Crystal Shards. Rebecca loves Kirby 64. We have the Japanese box, the one where Kirby looks very happy. Can we get a video comparing all the Reclaimer alien models to the Halo 3 models? Probably. I mean, we could. But I also think it's more interesting to compare just, like, all of the models against each other. Halo 3 Elite with Halo 4 animations. Yeah, I'm not sure what this mod is for. Like, you know, outside of the PBR materials, which are very cool. Like, Halo 4 has never looked this good graphically. But I'm fairly certain it is like proof of concept for stuff. Like, showing this is what can be done with the Halo 4 game engine. Like, look at that ghost. Look at that ghost. Look at the shine from the sun. Hang on. They just endlessly spawn, I think, the aliens. So what we can do is we can get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's go up this way. If Halo 4 launched with this art style, well, this isn't really an art style. You know, this is basically just some assets. Like, this is barely a video game to begin with. It's just like tech, you know? And that's what's cool about it. But I know what you mean. Like, look at this thing. This is the Halo 4 engine, okay? But, like, look at the way that the sun reflects off the metal and stuff. Look at the shadows and everything, you know? Where does Rifle go? Did he drop it? Is there even a plasma rifle yet? Maybe not. Here. Okay, that was... Yeah, look at the plasma pistol. It's the Halo 4 engine, but it looks so much better because of those PBR materials. Isn't that cool? Now imagine if people can get this shit running in the Halo 4 base campaign. You could actually, like, we wouldn't need Halo 4 Anniversary. We'd be able to do it ourselves if we were able to get those PBR materials into the campaign. Here, let's go. Let's restart so we can also get that Warthog. Shit was so lit. Let's pick up the beam rifle. Is this the Halo 2 beam rifle? It's either the Halo 2 beam... No, this is the Halo 2 beam rifle, isn't it? Doesn't look very good. Yeah, I think this is the Halo 2 one. Doesn't look very good. Dang, RAM shortages are delaying my Half-Life 3. Dude, tell me about it with the RAM shortages. It's freaking ridiculous. Didn't NVIDIA also announce recently they were going to be buying like 40% of all RAM on the market by 2029? Or am I confusing that with a different story? Here, we're gonna get away from the combat for a second so that we can look at some stuff. Yeah, like the reflectivity is crazy looking. Damn it, I was trying to assassinate that guy. Okay, so I think the AI are just gonna start spawning everywhere I am. This mod is not, like, there's not a lot to do here. You know, like, this is it. But what it is a very cool demonstration of how the Halo 4 version of the Halo engine might actually have quite a long life if we keep modding it and messing around with it and stuff. Because this PBR graphics upgrade to it is genuinely transformative. In a way that, like, you know, the Halo 3 engine, the Halo 2 engine and stuff, you can't do this to that. Unless there is some product in the future that runs on a modified version of the Halo 3 engine that has PBR materials, and it's basically a one-to-one with Halo 3 under the hood. Like, just the fact that it was Halo 2 Anniversary, which is so close to Halo 4, technologically speaking, is what made this possible, and it's very, very cool. That was OpenAI, not NVIDIA? Okay. I don't want to be spreading misinformation. Was Halo 4's lighting all baked? Yeah, it was baked. And honestly, in some cases, it was a slight step back. Because they also couldn't do, ambient occlusion. So that, you know, Halo Reach had ambient occlusion, but for Halo 4, they had to turn off ambient occlusion. Twitch friends, I'm gonna ask you guys which mod I should check out next. Here's another one where it's like proof of concept stuff. Here, we can activate some Forerunner enemies over here. Isn't that cool? I want to get out there and take a look at the Knights with, you know, PBR materials. Okay, this is the only problem so far that I've seen with this. For some reason, when you zoom in, a la, you know, Halo Infinite, your crosshair is misaligned. You can see it's above where you're actually supposed to be shooting. Oh my god. Okay. Did you hear the news about Vince Zampella? I did hear about that. It's like really sad. And it's even more frustrating because of how it happened. It was so needless, you know? It didn't need to happen. Damn it. Dude, they're tougher than I thought. Ambient occlusion equals shadows more good and lights more good. Well, ambient occlusion, it's a little bit more than that. Ambient occlusion is basically like... So, real life shading is not binary. It's not shadow. No shadow, you know? In real life, ambient occlusion is like... So, if you were to take, like, your hand, or you were to take an object and start moving it slowly towards a wall or a corner, the corner or the wall will start to get darker as the object approaches it because, you know, light is being blocked and ambient lighting is being blocked. So what ambient occlusion does is it tries to simulate that bit of nuance in real world lighting by adding sort of like, you know what? Do I have? Yes, I do. Oh my god. Okay, you guys are in luck. Because I'm going to show you. I'm going to be able to visually show you. So there is a cool reshade filter that actually simulates ambient occlusion. I think it does it via a screen space method, but here, let me show you. We can turn on debug mode so you can see. See this? Everything you're seeing right here, everything that's, all of that is extra shadow that is added via ambient occlusion. So you can see that that's not how light works in real life. You know, that's not how, you know, ambient occlusion really is in reality. But see, if we do that, like right there, it kind of looks like that tarp is floating, right? And it's because there's no occlusion, there's no, you know, anything, no shadows or anything. But then we turn it on, and now it looks a little bit more grounded in the environment. It looks a little bit more like it belongs. That's how it is normally. That's how it is with ambient occlusion. You can see all the little extra shadows that have been added. Now, if you're to look at it, if you look at it a little bit too closely, you'll see that it also lacks nuance because, you know, ambient occlusion in the real world is a lot more complicated than that. But that's okay. That's okay. It is a quick trick, and it gets the job done. It makes the world look a little bit more graphically fleshed out than it really is. So don't worry about it. That's what ambient occlusion is. Halo Reach had ambient occlusion. It was not great. If you've ever played Far Cry 3, you know how Far Cry 3, everybody looked like they had a black, like, silhouette following them? That was basically like Far Cry 3's really shitty looking ambient occlusion. Like really, really bad looking ambient occlusion. And Reaches wasn't quite that bad. But it didn't look brilliant by any means. But for Halo 4, just because of the, you know, the everything they were trying to push in terms of visual fidelity for the models and stuff, they had to just no compromising. It had to be turned off completely. And ambient occlusion did not return to the franchise until I think Halo 5. Because it was even absent in Halo 2 Anniversary multiplayer, I believe. Just multiplayer. Okay, this thing's bugged. Isn't this cool? Okay. Yeah, so there's welcome, or like thank you for attending my, you know, graphics talk. Thank you, everybody. Let's check out another Halo mod, though. Halo 2 Anniversary. Can I see the reload for the LMG? Ah, shit. You know what? Yeah, we'll do that very quickly. And which mod should we do next? Should we do that Halo 2 keys mod that everyone was saying? To be honest, Assassin's Creed Shadows is boring. Well, yeah, of course it's boring. It's a Ubisoft game. And it's an Assassin's Creed game at that. Of course it's going to be boring. I think this one just uses the sniper Yep. Yeah, so that's how the LMG reloads. But that's pretty cool, right? It's like, hey, if you got the animations, use them. Let's see what other guns actually are here. Sniper. Oh, I've already got the assault rifle. That's why I couldn't pick it up. There's the Promethean weapons. If you're wondering why the scatter shot looks a little bit like its Halo 5 version, it's because Halo 5 also has PBR materials. It was the first like mainline Halo game to use PBR materials. And then I believe this was like a early version of the light rifle, this model here. I can't remember where this model is from. I can't remember if it's custom or... There's a bolt shot. Okay, there's the regular light rifle. And yeah, it looks a hell of a lot like the one from Halo 5 because of the nice PBR materials. Oh, but the tech team did an amazing job. You can cut through cloth realistically and stuff. I did see that. That stuff is cool. Yeah, and isn't there also like the shadows shining through the cloth? Like cloth isn't like this super thick material where no light can penetrate, right? You can actually see shadows of people on the other sides through it. Have you tried Operation Solar Flare? I have not. I have not played Operation Solar Flare. Should I do that one? I've heard that one's good. Yeah, so findings like these bode very well for the future of the Halo 4 engine. Because it means that there could potentially be graphical upgrades to Halo 4's campaign. Which, you know, not everybody cares about Halo 4. But for the people who do care about Halo 4, that's exciting, right? Pick up the energy sword. Hell yeah, buddy. Oh, man, look how cool this thing looks. God, now this is a freaking energy sword. All right. Its vibe, it's very good. Okay, we're gonna do Operation Solar Flare then. I wish Ubisoft would put that Anvil engine to good use. Yeah, me too. Me too. Okay. Operation Solar Flare, let's go. I've never played this before, by the way. So I am keen. All right. It's a little... I'm not sure what was going on there. The text looked a little bit bugged, so I don't know if there were graphical bugs there. But these are cutscenes. Like cutscenes, you know? That's a lot. Not a lot of Halo mods have cutscenes. This campaign rules. It does.
4, this is Zuna 1, over. Baker 4.
Is that character talking?
They broke through the first line, and I can't raise Bravo.
We're being jammed. We need to pull back to let them know what's happening.
Agreed. While we're at it, let's find the rest of Zulu team.
I'll scout ahead. Make sure we aren't walking into an ambush. Get yourself patched up. You took a beating in that last fight.
All right. This is interesting. It reminds me of Half-Life 1, like the aesthetic. And this is like intentional, right? Like, I don't get the impression that they're doing this just for no reason. I think it's supposed to look like this. Back in 2018/19, as a person with knowledge of game dev stuff, I was imagining and excited what the Slipspace engine could do with the power of DirectX 12, says it's Tommy, mate. Oh, man. I'm sorry, man. What's going on over there? I hear giggling.
I'm listening to a new Christmas chestnuts roasting through the open fire.
You're listening to that guy? Is he singing right now? Yeah, it's intentional. Definitely intentional. Okay. You know what? Hang on. Let's have some fun then, guys. Should we? No, that's stupid looking. It's officially Christmas Eve, guys. Easy mode CRT? Geom CRT? Guest CRT? What would be a good CRT filter that we could throw on there? Amount. Gamma. Monitor gamma. Scan line intensity. We don't need crazy looking scan lines unless like the monitor is broken. There, what do you guys think of this? Uh-oh. I've lost a chunk of the screen, didn't I? Oh no, just for some... What is that up there? Do you see that? 15 centimeters. Settings. It almost looks like I've lost... Yeah, it looks like some of my HUD is off screen for some reason. It looks good? Okay. I guess we'll just play this way. Picked up 60 rounds for the submachine gun. Picked up a health pack. Let me make sure that I've got... Okay, I need game music. Oh, wait, that's your mini-map, I think. Yeah, I was going to say, my mini-map is, like, lost. It's, like, way up there. What's going on? Now it looks like an indie horror game. Yeah, my mini-map decided to just walk off screen. I care for Halo 4, says Isaiah. Yeah, don't worry, Isaiah. There's a lot of people like you. Oh, hell yeah. This is the best rendition of Walk in the Woods. I'm not even going to apologize for saying that. I know H5 uses DirectX 11 tech, like the rippled water, like Crysis 3, and its crappy and cheap PBR materials. Fuck, man, I forgot how Crysis 3 changed modern gaming. Yeah, Crysis 3, somebody told me, was one of the first games to use PBR material rendering. And it took me down a bit of a rabbit hole, actually, learning that. Yeah, and Halo 5's PBR materials are not very good looking. They weren't even good back when the game came out, unfortunately. It was, is it because it used similar tech to Crysis 3? From somebody that I talked to about it, they said that it was because it was a fairly rushed conversion process to get Halo 4's assets PBR material friendly. And that's kind of why Halo 5 has like that weird plasticky look. And why things get really odd in certain lighting conditions, like raid on Apex 7, I think the island map, stuff in shadowed areas can get really wonky looking. Like the jackals almost look like they're made out of silver. Halo has always done percussion very well in every soundtrack. Yeah. Sometimes the percussive pieces of music are some of the most underrated in any Halo soundtrack. Like, people remember all that shit from Halo 4, like the Arrival, which is like the most boring piece of music ever composed in the Halo series. But I'm like, what about the frickin' the ones where the Covenant are boarding the Forward Unto Dawn? That one's great. That one's great. What about the swamp music in Halo 4? That's great. Wasn't that guy me who said Crysis 3 used PBR? It was probably you, to be honest. Dude, this is cool. Like, they're all super, like, low poly. They look like Half-Life 1 characters. This is so freaking cool. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, and all the lights. All the plasma shots are casting their own lights. This is nuts. In Amber Clad is such a good piece of music. Like, the start of In Amber Clad gives me chills. It is so, so good, that song. I really hope we get a Halo game where we get to choose the material and wear of our armor. I'd love for that too. I'm getting unlucky with MCC multiplayer. I've been sitting in an hour-long queue for 2 anniversary multiplayer big team battle. Do you have everything selected? Because sometimes it finds matches faster if you do that. Fish! A piece of Halo music people don't talk about that much is Tip of the Spear from Halo Reach. Do people not talk about that one? That one's great. It's like the perfect alternative take on the you know, ba 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 ba. It's a more ominous version of it. You know, the Warthog Run music as we all know it. It's a very like optimistic and adventurous and hopeful sounding. But Tip of the Spear, there's it's a little bit more foreboding. It's honestly one of my favorite songs from Halo. Is it? That's a good one. Is he okay? That's a good one. That's a good pick. You know what I also really like? I like that one. If we're going to be talking about underrated tracks, I like that one track from Halo Reach where it's like boop, 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 boop. You know the one I'm talking about, right? When you're sneaking around. I like that one a lot. I don't know. Some of my favorite, you know, as I'm like editing the videos and stuff and I'm listening to the various musical stems, like the weird ones are the ones I'm actually starting to really fall in love with lately. There's this one piece of music in Halo 2 where it's after you encounter some hunters. And it's just like these drums that are just like boom, ba boom, ba boom, 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 ba boom, ba boom, 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 ba boom. And it's just drums. That's it. That's all it is. And I think it's there to kind of like bridge the weight between the Pelican coming in and dropping off a bunch of supplies and the gondola approaching. So it's got this like war drum tribal sound as the enemy approaches, and it's really freaking good. From the June mission? Yeah. I guarantee you, if Infinite was just an Xbox One game, Infinite's campaign would not look like how it did currently. As in, like, bad or good if it was just an Xbox One game. Like, you think they could have made Infinite look better if they didn't worry about, like, all the different technologies that they had to hit? Yeah, it's from Nightfall. Tip of the Spear is my favorite Reach mission. Tip of the Spear is a good Halo mission. Like, really good Halo mission. It's got, like, a little bit of everything. It's got infantry combat, AI battles, vehicle sequences, linear, on-foot stuff, fighting inside, outside. And it does a great job of shepherding you between encounters in a very organic way. You don't really notice the amount of tunnels that you actually travel through, you know? You like that low poly AR LNG? I do. I do like it. It's cool looking. It's really cool looking. I like it. I like the colors as well. I hope Combat Evolved, Campaign Evolved releases on the fucking 360. You're being silly, pooping pills. You're being silly. Halo Infinite's AI really does not get enough credit, especially when there's a lot of vertical space. Well, it's not just vertical space, it's also, like, an open world format, you know? Like, usually in Halo campaigns, you are approaching the enemy and they are in front of you. You know, that's the way that Halo encounters go. They're gonna be in front of you, all of them, at all times, you know? And you approach them, and you engage in combat. So they're all kind of on screen at the same time. With Halo Infinite, though, it's the first Halo game where combat can be started and there are enemies completely surrounding you from, you know, all angles as well, like, you know, vertically speaking. So being able to balance it and design a Halo AI for an open world formula, you know, where at any moment the player could sneak into a base and then initiate combat and he's surrounded. Like, the fact that they were able to make that work and feel organic is really cool. Is that CRT filter done via a map file? Oh, it's just reshade. We saw how, you know, the low poly look, and we were like, oh fuck, we gotta slap on a CRT here. I'd imagine that this mod is very fun if I wasn't playing with a controller.
I'm on your side.
Yeah, it feels kind of like Half-Life. I especially love the frag sound in this. It's very nostalgic. Oops. Oh, that's good. Hey, LNG, sorry if I'm repeating my question from earlier because I got an ad. What cutscenes or gameplay moments are you excited for in Campaign Evolved? Okay, what I'm very excited about in Campaign Evolved is, this is going to be a weird answer. I'm excited to see the first level. And the reason I'm excited to see the first level is because the Pillar of Autumn has a very specific look to it, and if you fuck with that look, it can be very ugly looking, you know, kind of like Combat Evolved Anniversary. So I'm interested to see how they're going to take the very simplistic geometry of the Pillar of Autumn and get it looking good and interesting to look at 4K resolutions. And photorealism. Like, more so than the Flood. That's what I'm very interested to see. Oh, the Xbox One comment was about... There was a fly that just flew into my face. In this weather? Boy, was I underwhelmed. Don't get me wrong. Halo Infinite used some DX12 stuff, but oh boy, I was underwhelmed. Gotcha. Okay. You were very underwhelmed. Now let me see your follow-ups. What are your thoughts on Infinite's graphics? Call me crazy, but I always see it as a current-gen game than what others would call a last-gen game. I guarantee you, if Infinite was just an Xbox One game, Infinite's campaign would not look like it looks currently. Oh, you mean like in terms of... Yeah, like Infinite looks better than I think people suggest. Like some of the comments are a little bit hyperbolic, and usually it's people that have done things to ensure that they can see better for gameplay purposes by turning off certain visual effects, turning the brightness all the way to max so that everything's washed out, and then they are like, you know, and also taking the view models and like putting them in the corner of the screen out of the way so they look really ugly and small. And then they say, why does the game look bad? It's like, because of everything you did to it. Like, don't get me wrong, Halo Infinite, you know, isn't like, I wouldn't even say it's as good as Red Dead Redemption in terms of its graphics, but like, it does look pretty. Most of the issues, I think, with Halo Infinite's, you know, perceived graphics could be probably fixed with better color correction. I think that's the thing that Halo Infinite suffers from the worst, outside of just, you know, kind of like various shading issues, is I think the color correction that they went for, the color palette, it's a little bit, it could be a little bit more saturated, and the contrast could be a little bit more strong, because it's a very the shadows are very washed out. Come on, get in. Okay. Why is there like an anime character on the side of this? Okay. Hot take, Halo 5's rocket launcher wasn't even that bad. No, it was a fine-looking rocket launcher. Can we smush this in through here? Is this where we're supposed to go? It's not even a bad-looking rocket launcher. I believe that if you were to port the Halo 5 rocket launcher into a prior Halo campaign, like Halo 3 or something, it would fit. I think the only issue was that it was attempting to replace something as unique looking as the Spanker. And I think there is a spot for the Halo 5 rocket launcher, and it should not be ignored. Because it is a fun little sci-fi bazooka. And it's got a fun reload animation to boot. Crap. Okay. So we couldn't actually take that Warthog anywhere. Even if I got the Warthog through there was a cliff. Yeah. Yeah. This is bonkers. This is so much like Half-Life 1. Even like the jumping puzzles. I mean, they're not as, you know, punishing, but... That's cool up there. Oh, okay. I see. LNG, how would you have felt? LNG, how would you have felt if the MK50 sidekick was the M6C Magnum at launch for Halo Infinite? Like if it was just called the Magnum, but it looked exactly like the sidekick? That would be weird. That would be a very bizarre change to the Magnum, but I don't know. I feel like the Magnum, for the most part, has had a very inconsistent role in the Halo franchise. You know, it's kind of changed from game to game. Oh no. And I think the sidekick, it's like, okay, it's another Halo pistol. This time it's not called a Magnum. It's a bit weird that there is no Magnum, but like it's okay. I'm more the ones that genuinely kind of surprised me is like, what were you thinking? Was just not having a shell loading shotgun. That is stuff where it's like, what? You know? Like I'm sorry. The things like the SMG are cool, but you know, it's a submachine gun. Which is an automatic weapon, and there are lots of automatic weapons in Halo Infinite, so you can sort of like forgive its absence. And like the sidekick, like, okay, what is the Magnum? The Magnum is a pistol. What is the sidekick? It's also a pistol. It's like, okay, so there still is a pistol, but just straight up not having a shell loading shotgun at all is very weird. And still to this day, I think its absence, at least I feel, in Halo Infinite. There is a hole in the sandbox. I actually spoke to an X343 beta tester, and I asked if ray tracing GI was planned, and he said that he suggested it to them because he uses Unreal Engine 5, but apparently they had to scrap it. His name is Mike. Mike. I don't... Well, a beta tester is one thing. Ray Trace Global Illumination, they probably would consider something like that. I'm trying to remember as far back, like, as like the visuals were concerned. The graphical aspect of the game, I feel like was always kind of in this weird limbo where we only ever saw snapshots of it. Like, I've seen some renders that they did on the Slipspace engine of here's the target for the game's graphics that look nuts. Like, definitely it didn't look photorealistic, you know, it had kind of like that cartoony look to it, but it looked more fleshed out. There was like stuff like water would create foam as it lapped up on shores. And all of that stuff is not in the final game, I assume, because they couldn't get it to work. You know, all the different bits of hardware they were trying to target, as well as the rushed development cycle of the game. Like, even stuff like weather, you know, they had to cut from the game. Because in order to meet release date, you know, they had to divert the resources towards areas of the game that were actually, you know, needing stuff like that. But I appreciate the donation, by the way, friend. It's very kind of you. Wake up. Wake up, LNG. Wake up and baby
Commander,
talk
sir.
the shit.
Glad you made it back. When the comms went down, I thought they'd overrun you.
Where's the chubby little baby? Oh my god, it's
Affirmative. I have a
12:30.
unit working on the jammers now.
What's our next move, sir?
Have you watched Gundam War in the Pocket? I have not watched Gundam War in the Pocket, but
the launchers. I need you to
the friggin' hunters, right?
And bring it back.
Is that what you're referencing?
We'll get it done, sir.
Has your NDA for being a Halo Infinite Forerunner expired? You have all these cool tidbits on stream recently. I doubt it's expired, to be honest. What I share, I try to share carefully in like a, I genuinely don't think that it's damaging, you know, when I say stuff like that. And when I share stuff like that, it's not sharing like confidential, like, you know, incompetence or like, well, oh my God, trade industry secrets or anything. It's done to kind of shed light on how hard it is to make games. It really does look like a PS1 game. It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, you think it looks like a PS2 game? I don't think it looks like a PS2 game. I feel like PS2 games looked better than this. Like Killzone 1 at least looked like much better than this. This definitely, maybe not PS1. That's not, it's too like high resolution and too complex. This feels, well, it feels like a late 90s PC game, to be honest. It feels like Half-Life 1. I know. Is this Halo 0? This is Halo 0. No, this is called, is it called Solar Flare? Yeah, Solar Flare. It is a mod that is designed to feel, I'm picking up the controller again, to feel sort of like a late 90s game. You know what would have been very cool? To kind of go all the way with this late 90s aesthetic? If they got a soundtrack from the community that used sound systems from the late 90s. Like heavy MIDI stuff. Because stuff like the Halo 3 soundtrack, stuff like the Halo 2 soundtrack, it's too high tech for this. It's a little bit too, the production value's too high. And so I get a bit of an aesthetic clash from it. And I bet if you were to do something that's a lot simpler and a lot more MIDI focused, you could make a pretty damn cool soundtrack to fit this. PS2 games did not look like that, except for maybe the resolution. PS2 games I thought looked a lot better than this. At least some of the ones that I've played. Oh my God, does this game have bullet drop? I think I just realized there's bullet drop. Is still going on? What's going on? I see you. No! Man, any of this Mombasa stuff from Halo 2 just hits every tone. The Mombasa stuff in Halo 2 was always so good. Yeah, that's a good grenade sound. Very, very good grenade sound. Alright, let's get that cloak. Also, a lot of game studios do that too. Those gibs, though. Yeah, the gibs are cool. They remind me of the of Half-Life 1. hear that? Hey, thank you again. Thank you for another donation. Any of you remember getting free games when you buy an expensive GPU? I remember when I got my current in 2023, I bought Infinite on Steam when it was on sale to relive that moment. Oh, you got like you got Halo Infinite to kind of take your new graphics card for a test drive. That's fun. Gosh, I'm very excited to get the rest of my PC parts, so I can get this PC finally built, because I want to finally boot up Halo Infinite's campaign, run it on ultra settings. You know, just crank everything up to max. Finally see that campaign. Because as time has gone on, you know, Infinite's performance on PC is kind of degraded. And I can't really run the campaign on anything, well, the game generally, on anything above, like, medium to low. Which kind of sucks, but yeah, it's very appreciated. Oh, it's like a tiny little baby. Oh no. Poor Elite got blown to pieces. He did. Splitgate Arena might hold me until Halo 7. Is Splitgate Arena really that fun, the relaunch? I might have to make time for it then soon to try it out. Because if it's genuinely fun... This part was really tedious. Was it? Okay. LNG, do you think Halo Studios will be too afraid to do a full Unreal Engine in Halo 7? And we'll use their dual engine approach, perhaps to their detriment? I don't think it's about being afraid. I think it's about trying to maintain a very Halo feel. It's about the texture of Halo, the intricacies, wanting to replicate. You know, it's just like, it's the little things. Not losing them in a switch to a completely different game engine. Like, I spoke to somebody about the Unreal engine, you know, and like, it's interesting that they're using Reach's version. Why would they be doing that? And he said something interesting that I had not considered. He said that, like, as far as organization is concerned, and game feel, like those two things, the organization of the engine and the stability of it, as well as the game feel. The Halo Reach engine got a shit ton of work done for the MCC, like a shit ton of work done, you know? And it's entirely possible that, and the reason it got so much work done was for, you know, the MCC version. Like, they had to do a lot to get the MCC version of Reach up and running. They had to really kind of, like, take apart the engine, rebuild it, upgrade different aspects of it, and also document it as they were doing it. So as it sits now, like that Reach, you know, the MCC version of the Reach engine, it's very well documented and it's fairly upgraded and can maybe even be pushed further now. And all they did really was hook it up to the Unreal Engine. And so that might be why they're using specifically the Reach engine. And they could potentially use, you know, like the various systems within it, like for matchmaking, multiplayer, like all of that stuff. And if any of the stuff can be reused, you know, going forward, it allows them to kind of like jumpstart on making Halo games that feel like Halo. As opposed to, you know, starting with the Unreal Engine and they have to kind of force it to feel like Halo, and even then it won't really feel like a Halo game. You know, there will be small differences. Yeah, I don't think I'm prepared for this encounter. Here, we're gonna pop on over to the main menu because I'm looking at the time. Can't wait to buy Battlefield. This is pooping pills. It's Splitgate. I feel like the Reach enemy AI is basic versus the Combat Evolved AI. I think so too. And I think it's interestingly not because the AI is worse. I think it's actually because the AI has too many options. It's like at any moment the AI has like 1,000 more decisions that it makes versus Halo 1 where it's got a very limited amount of decisions. So the choices it makes feel a lot more deliberate and intelligent. You know, you won't get those situations where the Reach ones are like, you know, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, you know, or it climbs over a box just to hop right off of that box. Like Combat Evolved elites, they're very simple, they're very straightforward. And I also think the animations play a large part in it. I don't think Reach's alien animations are very expressive compared to Halo 1's. They're very, like, matter-of-fact, you know? Creature is holding gun and shooting at you. You don't get really anything beyond that. Creature is running now. You don't get, like, a sense of its personality. Which Halo Infinite, thankfully, was actually something that brought back to full strength, I think. Halo Infinite has, like, the best, some could say it has the best character animations since Halo 1, just because of how much personality is in every single animation. I'm not sure if it's just me, but the CE remake coming out next year doesn't, something about it just doesn't look like Halo. I can't really put my finger on it, but if you look at the games from Combat Evolved to Infinite, you'll see what that Halo look. I'm sorry if I'm rambling. No, you're not rambling. It's the tech. It's the technology. Like, the progression of the tech that started in Halo 1 all the way to Halo Infinite. And what makes the Combat Evolved remake look so weird is that it's the Unreal Engine. It's using graphical technology that has never been a part of the Halo series. And it's a very inorganic upgrade because, you know, it's not the Halo tech powering it. It's a completely different technology. So I know what you mean, but I've played it. You know, I picked up an Xbox controller and played this remake myself, and it feels like Halo. It feels like Halo, even without knowing that it's using the Halo Reach engine. Like the aim assist, the feeling of the weapons, the little tricks you can do to, you know, get AI to do things that you want them to do. It feels like Halo, and very quickly you start to lose that feeling of like, this looks weird for a Halo game, and it starts to just feel like a normal Halo game, you know? Still watching Pluribus? Loved the season finale. Is it out? The season finale? It's out? I thought it was coming out, like, oh my god. Okay. Well, I know what we're going to be doing before bed tonight. God. Baby, is the cough deep in your throat?
No, it feels like...
Like, does it feel like when you breathe in, it's, like, icy?
Stuff, yeah.
That's what I'm feeling. And it's not, like, sympathy sickness. Like, over the course of the stream, I've started feeling it. Halo's texture work and geometry isn't made to look good with such natural-looking high-poly tech. I don't even think it's that. I don't think it's that. It's that, like, the... Here, you know what? Let's go. Come on. I'm taking you guys with me. All right? Come here. Get in the car, kids. We're going. We're going to YouTube. Wait, actually, I think I have it downloaded. 4K downloader. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I have it downloaded. Come on, put on your shoes. Tommy, help your sister put on her shoes. We're going to the Campaign Evolved remake. It's weird that Halo looks photorealistic. You know, like Halo, because of the tech, Halo has always had to kind of like work around certain limitations and stuff. And those limitations almost add to the look of the game. You know, even like the latest Halo game, Halo Infinite, there are limits to what it can do graphically. There's limits to, you know, how nuanced its lighting is, for better or worse. But it gives, like, the world of Halo that look. And with this, it doesn't need to worry about those limitations. This just is what real life looks like, you know? That's what, like, ambient occlusion looks like. Ray trace lighting, the scattering of colors around an environment as light, you know, carries those colors everywhere. Like, so it's very strange seeing Halo with this level of visual fidelity. Because we're not... I mean, one of the craziest things, just fucking nuts, is... where'd it go? It's, where's, like, an outside part? Okay, lots of shadow, but... Come on, face the sun. It's just like, see, it's the little things right there, like how his fingers are casting a shadow back onto his glove. You don't get that level of nuance in well, any of the Halo games. Or like, look at that. Look at that. The way that the gun, the spanker, the size of it, it's casting shadow back down onto his hand. And you can actually see right there for a second. Look, right there, right there. The handle from up there. That handle, you can see the shadow of it on the back of his palm. And you don't get that level of, like, nuance and self-shadowing in any of the Halo games. And even on the creatures themselves, they will cast shadows back onto themselves. And, like, not even Halo Infinite does that. Unless you have, like, the sun ray tracing turned on. So it's just, there's, like, a lot of intricate, subtle lighting details that have never been a part of the Halo series before. Like, enemies always stood out. You know, they popped in the environments they were in. They... Like, you're going to understand this. Have you ever walked into a room in Halo and you see some barrels? And then the barrels are positioned next to a crate. And for some reason, the barrels... they stick out in a way that, like, you can't articulate, but those barrels look different from that crate that they're next to. And if you throw a grenade, those barrels are going to roll around, but the crate's going to become static. And it's because, you know, like, the barrels are dynamic physics objects and the crate is not. Like, the crate's lighting is baked and everything like that. And that extends to the creatures themselves. The creatures, you know who is a dynamic actor in a scene based on this strange, hard-to-articulate look that they have. Like, they look sort of photoshopped into any environment. Even if they're, you know, coloring looks all right and stuff, they stick out in a way. And it's a look, just, you know, it's a look that Halo has. And, you know, that look is... something that can be felt in other games, but this is like the first time where it's just like, no, that warthog looks like it is a part of the world and like it is a part of the lighting of that world. The Covenant crates in the remake look like Forge objects. I'll be honest, I think those are Halo Infinite Forge objects, and they look bad. They look very bad. They're very under-detailed. It looks like it was just the geometry and no decals or anything extra attached to them. Like, it's yeah, they're not good looking. And I hope that those are... Like, this remake, from what I understand, or this demo, was coming in hot. It was coming in very hot. Like, they had just got it where it needed to be, basically, to be playable. So a lot of stuff is missing... / broken. Like, I was able to talk to Forrest Baker, the lead VFX artist, And he told me that the reason the elite shields don't flare up when you shoot them, it's because it wasn't ready yet. It's not because they're not gonna do it or they didn't think about it. It's because it wasn't ready yet. Like, they're gonna do it for the final game. Just within the deadline for this demo, they couldn't get the elite shield flare ready in time. And another cool detail he actually told me about, and this was based on actually talks he and I had. In Halo 2, you know the orange bubbles on the elites, on their armor, how that is reactive and animated. It was, I forgot what, it was like they had a dull glow to them. When the shield popped, they'd actually pulse and flash. And then when the shield began recharging, they'd glow really bright orange and then settle down into a dark orange glow. And that meant that their shields were fully recharged. And Forrest actually was really excited, and he was like, dude, remember that detail you told me about Halo 2 shields? I think we're going to get that working for the Elite's armors in the remake. He was like, still a little bit early, but I think we're going to get it done. So it wasn't here, but apparently in the final game, the Elite's lights are going to be reactive and indicative of what their shield situation is like. Is Chief still fat? Like in the teaser from a year? Fat? He wasn't fat. What are you talking about? He ate Spartan cake? The crates are definitely a misstep here. Something about the buzzing in the original adds the atmosphere. I mean, it potentially could be just because of, you know, how early it is. But there's some other stuff. Like, I want to see these Halo 5 animations replaced with some more original animations. I want to see the assault rifle given its HK slap. Like, there's a couple of weapons in this that I'm like, listen, the assault rifle needs the hero treatment. You can't just port over Infinite's assault rifle animations. Like, that's not acceptable, you know? Halo 1's assault rifle has a unique reload, and you need to, if you're going to be remaking Halo 1, that's the first thing to get right, and you didn't get it right. So, like, let's correct that, you know? The Halo 5 pistol animations are, they're very stiff looking. I thought they were stiff looking. They look much, much worse than the actual Halo 5 pistol. When I say Halo 5 pistol, I mean the Halo 5 version of the Halo 1 pistol, which these animations are that. They're ported over from Halo 5's Halo 1 pistol, and I think they look poopy. They don't look near... If you got to port any of them from Halo 5, you should have ported the Halo 5 Magnum, at least, because that looks a lot more natural. But, the Halo Infinite Needler, I'm like, you know, it's fine. The animations for it. Probably get rid of that ammo counter on the back, because it is very silly looking. And I don't know. If their goal is to not look like Halo 1 from 2001, if their goal is to kind of modernize the look of Halo 1, then it's fine. At least just remove the ammo counter. But is Halo in this game? Yeah, Halo is in this game. Look. Look. Shit, he wasn't in the shot. Fuck. Okay. There he is. Look. There he is. That's Halo right there. That's him. He's in the game. He's just like really big. So that's probably why you didn't see him at first. Honestly, I don't mind the ammo counter. It's a weird hill to die on for some people. Like, some people were like clowning on it, but it is silly. And it's more banished than it is Covenant, you know? The Banished are the ones that would have, like, ammo displays like that. The Covenant are a little bit more elegant. They're a little bit more... they're not really like that, you know? They'd make use of holograms, not literal, like, glass ammo displays. That's more of a banished / UNSC thing. You're probably right, but to me, the Needler is the Needler. Yep. There's bigger fish to fry than the freaking look of the Needler, you know? I heard as an Easter egg, the assault rifle's compass will always point to LNG's house. You're silly. You're funny. You're funny, man. Funny, man. But, yep. Alrighty, fellers. I am going to hop off now, okay? But I appreciated all of you joining for this Merry, Merry Christmas Eve's Eve. I shall catch you all later, okay? So you all take care of yourselves. You all have fun. Be jolly. Be festive. Play some Halo. Don't do anything stupid. Celebrate responsibly. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, then I hope that the neighbors keep it down. And that you have a very chill next couple of days and that things are good. Alrighty, fellas. I shall see you all later, okay? Thank you for answering my questions. Of course, man. Dude, next time you're on the stream, shoot me some more. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. I love chatting and responding to comments. Alrighty, fellas. I shall see you all later.